it's another one of these. So I decided that I do want to show off this sketchbook, because it's my most recent one after the other one I made a video about. A little bit of backstory behind this book. I started it when I started art school, and it was basically with me the entire time. So it took me like 4 years to finish this, and you can see she is beat up. I've had to glue this thing back together several times, and also it stinks of deodorant because it was in my bag the entire time, and I accidentally emptied a whole can of deodorant in that bag, so it smells. So the stickers are all worn off. You can see how beat up this thing is. Also, most of the art in here is old, so I can't guarantee that it's good, but it's there. It's something. You can see I started this book in 2019. It's like before COVID and everything. My goodness. The good time. I had a little envelope in front where I could put some stickers and stuff in. So, first page. I also got my watercolor palette around this time, so I wanted to try it on this paper right away. This is one of my OCs. I think their name is just Gummy? I think their name is just Gummy. They're a gummy worm. During most of this book, or during like the start of it, I was very hyperfixated on Fire Emblem Three Houses, so there's a lot of art for that game in here. On this side we have my OC Florian in a little dancer outfit, and over here we have Lawrence, because he's my fave. That's my beloved. That's my baby girl. I love him very much. Over here we have Hatterene. This one actually got like a lot of notes on Tumblr, and I don't know why. On this side there is Caspar and Linhard. This Linhard got horribly smudged because I'm not patient enough for watercolors. He's wearing a shirt that says, I was born with the gift of hands and I'm going to make that everyone's problem. So true, King. Over here is my OC Porkchop. He's a little imp made of meat. That's all you need to know. And then on this side we have a very old OC I wanted to draw again. He's a Tokyo Ghoul OC, and I think his name was Haru. I've sold him since then, so I don't even have him anymore. These are just some, like, scribbles. I don't like this page. This is, like, trying out, mostly for my Pokemon OC I made around the time Sword and Shield came out. His name is Bud. He's very cool. And in the corner there's a very tiny Dante and Shiro. On this page is my Street Fighter OC, Kay. And on this side it's Human Bowser and my Castlevania OC, Dimitri. Looking very sad and very pretty. On this side we have Hilda and Hubert and more Lawrence, because I had incredible brain rot for that man. This was like some pose practice, nothing special. This was one of my friend's OCs. I forgot his name. Also, I think I drew him a bit too twinky. So that's on me. Here's some hands and my Venture Bros OC, Meg. Which I think she's shirtless in this, so let's not look at that. This is when I started watching Demon Slayer, so we have... God, what's the name of the guy? I think it's Sabito? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. It's been a hot minute since I've watched Demon Slayer. And Inosuke, but with worms. And a tiny Tanjiro and Nezuko in the corner. There's more Meg, because I liked drawing her a lot. There's more Florian. And, like, at the time, the, like, outfit DLCs for this game came out, so we have, like, the sports outfit and the maid outfit. And over here we have Ignaz and Raphael, because I love them. I'm a very, very large Golden Deer stan. I love all those babies. And there's more Lawrence and Florian. But I was obsessed with him. And them. Both of them. This was a little comic for my friend at the time, because she had an OC for this fandom as well. And we made them interact a lot. So this is like after the time skip where they meet each other again. and her OC was shipped with Sylvain. So Sylvain stabs Florian to like protect him because he thinks he's the enemy. Ooh, angst. Or the last couple panels of that. This is Florian's dad. I never made a proper rendered version of him, which is sad. I might do that at some point because I do like his design. Here's the aftermath of the stabbing, with Liza being very concerned. There's Florian in the lady killer sweater, I think that's what it's called, and more K, and there's some some little Dan Hibikis, because I like him. He's like one of my favorite Street Fighter characters. He's so silly. There's another comic of these two. It's there were these screenshots going around of Sylvain like manspreading. So that these are the Pokemon on that Pokemon Trainer OC I mentioned's team, on Bud's team. It's a Grimmsnarl and Toxtricity and a Ralts. There's some art and some sticky notes. It's like covering up some nasty doodles. There's some Fernet, Hubert, Caspar, and Linhart. Everyone always likes this page when they're flipping through this book. It's a worm with sexy legs, Worm Lawrence, and Furby Nance. Zenitsu, some Kirby's, Meta Knight, a Hubert. You can tell with this one compared to my previous sketchbook I did to Ron, but this one is a lot more plain. It's full, but it's a lot more plain. There's not as much stuff stuck down in it. Here's some silly little Inosuke's and Pierce. I think I drew after a Dutch test. I think. Dutch or math, one of those. Here's the first sketch for one of my D&D characters, Marin, who I've been actually drawing again lately, so give me a second. I want y'all to see the glow up. Here's the current sketchbook, just so y'all can see the the new version of Marin. Oh my god, they look so they look so much better. Oh good lord, they look like a wet cat here. Here they actually look like their personality. Anyway, that's something. That's always fun. Here's my version of Baeleth, and forgot what the name of that outfit was. It's like the Sothis outfit. Here's a Chardonnay, who's my Angel OC. I think this one was a commission. And there's more Chardonnay scribbles. That's a ass. That's Brock from the Venture Bros and Meg, because I like them. There's Rusty. I drew him like such a creature. I didn't know how to draw any like older characters back then. This one was also a commission. A Ryusei, who is my Demon Slayer OC. There's like better drawings of him later on, and another Inosuke. Here's the better Ryusei. This is like the sketch I used for his ref, which I also kind of want to update now, because I like him, but this is not how I draw beefy characters anymore. I draw them better. That is, I think that's... Is he Frozen Yogurt Cookie or just Yogurt Cookie from Cookie Run in his little Desert Trader outfit? There is Whipped Cream Cookie, who's my favorite. Also, I think something got wet down here, because it's bleeding on all the other pages. That's just a bleed through, because Copics bleed through on this paper a lot. That's Sylvando from Dragon Quest XI, who's also one of my baby girls. There is Marin in a bunch of art styles. Oh, this keeps coming off. That's my Dragon Quest OC Bow. And some more Chardonnay scribbles. Some very goofy Marins. Even more Chardonnays. I just had like this stack of like ripped off pages from a calendar, and I was just doodling him on it because I really like him. There's some art below that I don't like anymore. I think this was also covering up something else, so I just drew like an angel with another little Chardonnay. I think this is my first time trying to draw the Ginyu Force. I can draw them a lot better now. I can draw them so much better now. This was at the start of my Dragon Ball phase, like 3 years ago. We have Birder, Goldo, Raccoon, Ginyu, more Raccoon, Jice in the corner. That's my OC Renji, who's Zarbon's younger brother. Very pink and silly with the Ginyu Force, because they are dating. More Renji, but in his big beefy form. A little Raccoon. A little Goldo, Jice, and Captain Ginyu. I turned this into like a full piece later with Raccoon and Birder in the background. This is my Saint OC Sabi, who I'm also working on a redesign for in the new sketchbook. There's some Beerus, Ribrianne, who I don't care what anyone says. Ribrianne is one of the best Dragon Ball girlies, and everyone can fight me about it. There's Whis, Suichi, another one of my Dragon Ball OCs, more Beerus, more pork chops, because when I don't know what to draw, I draw pork chop, because he is silly. These were some first sketches for my Ice Jin OC Frigid. I think I ended up using this for his ref, but I'm not sure. My God of Destruction OC Ginya, who is a little shit. I think I scribbled these while watching Resurrection F for the first time. Incredibly mediocre movie. That's why I was scribbling and not paying attention to it. So we have some Friezas, Beerus, and Jocko. And there's Vados, who doesn't look like Vados at all. An old design for my first Sona Yame. Some more Beeruses. Another one of those angel orbs. Here's some more Whis, because I also had an obsession with Whis. This is a little redraw of one of his Dokkan cards. I ended up rendering digitally, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I can't speak. I can't speak. It'd be like that sometimes. These are some first sketches for more Dragon Ball OCs. This is Axel and Roach. These two are like time patrollers. Another Whis. Another Whis. If you see any of these cards in here, we had to make a board game for an assignment at my college, and these were the cards I made, featuring my little gnome artificer Raleigh, because it was a D&D themed board game. I think this is a drawing of a random balloon I got for like my birthday. A little Taro, some Reginias, another very tiny Taro. This is Aomu. I love him. He has like the cutest angel design, but they don't even let him speak. Which makes me sad. Dragon Ball Super. Please give me more angel content. That's all I want. Here is my Hunter x Hunter OC. Their name is just Bug. They're not a chimera. They're not a chimera ant. I made them before I got to that arc. Some pages glued together, but just not because it's like sexy, but because I hated them. Here is another Ginya and another Suichi. These are like black Copic with a silver pen on top. If you look at it, like in the light, in the right way, yeah, you can see it's shiny. Here, I was working on a self-insert character. His name is the French word for milk, which I cannot pronounce ever. He's cute. He's a cow. These are some designs for some adoptables I ended up selling. All Dragon Ball themed. These were some thumbnails for a comic I did of Taro and Tux, because they are my boys. Over here we have a Bean. It's also Dragon Ball OC. There's Avery from Pokemon and Razmi from Indivisible, because I think I got that game at that time. More of these pen scribbles. These are all Satsu, who is another Dragon Ball OC. This book is like mostly Dragon Ball from here on out. Another Suichi. This is Queen Calliope, who is Taro's mom. Everyone always asks me if she is single. Yes, she is. These are some Kikurages, because I just watched Dorohedoro. And like, if you can't tell, I really like Dorohedoro. These are, okay, so whenever we got bored in class, my classmates would shout a random Pokemon at me, and I would draw it from memory as fast as I can. And I'm pretty decent at it. I'm not the worst. So there's a page of that. 2 more pages of that. Even more of that. I think my absolute favorite is this very inaccurate, very shady Groundon. I love him. He's stupid. He hasn't been cooked yet. Even more pages of those, like, I think they're like almost 10-second Pokemon. Even more of those. It's filled up this sketchbook really fast. And I think that's the last page of those for now. Then there's some Suichis, because I was making some little talk sprites for him. Is this my Dorhedora OC Majima? I almost forgot my own OC's name. This is Majima. Then there's Bean. Another Wheeze. We're not gonna look at that. A Capybara. More scribbles on that calendar paper. That's Chrysalis, a little Roach, Ginya, and Renji. These are some more adoptable designs, although I ended up keeping this one, and now she's my main villain from my, like, Dragon Ball OC story. She turned into Curran, which I love her very much. These are even more adoptables. These are even more of those very quick Pokemon drawings. Because we got very bored towards the end of that year. More of those. Even more of those. Even more of them. If any of them have like little blocks of color around them, I went back later and added some color to the ones I like. That's a very long Furby. I think I drew this on the train back home. There's Raleigh without the hood. Calliope and Taro, Kikurage, and a random Furby girly. This is my Branch OC Cammy, another Cammy, and I was looking through this book earlier. I have no fucking idea who this is. I have no idea who this is. Okay, so there was a very ugly drawing underneath this. So I covered it up with this drawing of my OC arrows. And I'm always mad at this drawing, because I can never take a proper photo of it because of how shiny the silver is. It always ends up looking dark gray. I guess I have some decent pictures of it now, because it looks better on video. Here's even more adoptables. I was like absolutely churning these out at the time. This is Ryusei again, that Demon Slayer OC. These are some boobs I had to block out. Thank you, Viola, for flashing everyone with your boobs. There's a Piccolo, a Puar, Tien, Android 18, Shin, and another Piccolo. I love that I have this mostly scribbly sketchbook, and then just a fully finished painting of Shin in here. It's like a redraw of that one shot where he's sitting on the ground all angry. There's some Yamchas. These are the starting sketches for my OC Fern, who's a heater, because I think at the time the heaters just appeared in the Super manga, and I really liked them. I still really like them now. So I like to do this thing where if I don't know what to draw, I open Pinterest and I just draw the first things I see. So I just saw this outfit, a Skullomole, Trunks, and another outfit. This is just some stickers I had for some reason, and I drew this on them. There's some Taros, some eyes. Taro as a Furby. More of those like random Pinterest drawings. This was some girly I saw who was very pretty. Just some hand refs. These were some pose refs, and I drew them as tucks. More of those Pinterest drawings and some swatches from some new markers. These are some Yamzas, because for a time I was really obsessed with Yamza. I still really like this ship. Here's a little scribble of my Genshin OC Lawrence. Yes, named after the Fire Emblem Lawrence, because purple, fancy, and horse. There's a lot of graphite on my fingers, don't mind that. Here's a little painting of Fu. Here's a bean, a schnapps, and over here I was like in town with my friend and I let her draw in the sketchbook. Some more things she drew. The first sketches of Matcha. Matcha has changed so much. Matcha is so much less feminine now. Some more first sketches for some Dragon Ball OCs. This is Baylis, who's a god of destruction, and Kumabucha, who's also a god of destruction, who's like this spirit in a little teddy bear casing, I guess you can call it. And then this page is just hot garbage. There's some there's some pen swatches, and then some extremely scribbly Gokus, and one of those, like, I killed my husband robes. Don't ask me why. Oh, I actually love these pages. So I did a couple spreads in this book that are like color-themed pages, because I wanted to go through this book faster, because it was falling apart. So these happened. Here we have... I think that's supposed to be Aizawa? I don't know. Kurin, King Cold, Rouge the Bat, Puar, Beerus, Ghastly, and Ultra Ego Vegeta. There's some Lums. This is my OC Ramsey. There is Tux again. This is some art. It's a very bad. It's I think it's a drawing from memory of like Izzy Bellbeeps, one of my favorite VTubers. And then there's a little Shin. This is the green spread. There is Herb Cookie, Dende, Perfect Cell, my Genshin OC Charisse, and another Charisse, and then a little Chikorita. There's more scribbles I taped in here. The little moth among us always catches me off guard. I think here I was testing some paint markers I got, which they are terrible. Most of them exploded on me. So for one of our last illustration classes, we had to do some observational drawings at the train station near my college. So that's these. These are some more of those. I'm sad because I really like these, but the previous page bled through a lot, so that's a little bit sad. This is the red spread. I think this is the last color spread I do in this book. So we have the look, some fruits. We got some like Promare inspired fire, Spike Crab, an Aisha, Grell Sutcliffe, and then Gamma 1. Here's just a moth with those paint markers. And this is where the Heido obsession starts. I've drawn this man over 100 times, and these were like some of the first drawings I did of him. So there's some Heidos. There's some more Heidos. Some working out some like Gamma anatomy. More Heidos. He's playing Osu in this one. I love him so much. Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Oh yeah, Heidomungus. Some people on Twitter got very angry at the Heidomungus. There's some more Heidos. I think that's my dog. Even more Heidos, some Gammas, little moths. Gamma 1 and 2. On this side, there's some of my own stickers, some Pokemon, and I think this is from a VTuber called Kiki Chichi, I think the name was. I was watching Bellbeeps rigging that model. Here we have Turles, and I think his name was Saha. I like him, he's pretty. And all this is like me planning for an animatic, or like an animation I still have to do. Because I plan a lot of animations, but I never finish them. These are more sketches for that. Even more Heidos. This last bit of the book is just like really brain rot. It's Cammy again. That's some girlie I found on Pinterest. I forgot her name. This is when she just got introduced. She's like one of the gym leaders from the latest Pokemon generation. Wait, was it? I forgot her name. Okay. Moving on. This is a very weird looking Chew. Also some drawings based on something I saw on Pinterest. These are some sketches for a Skate the Infinity OC, because I just got back from a trip and I watched Skate in one sitting on the bus. Still want to finish him. Here's some spikes, because I was drawing him for a Splatoon zine I ran. And here is where my boyfriend drew in my sketchbook. This page always jump scares me, also if you look very closely. Over here is him and me. Him and me as little yippies. Oh my god, we are so in love. Yippies in love. This is a sketch for my Pokemon trainer Sona. You can tell I was running out of steam. My friend drew in my sketchbook. These are some receipts for something I got printed. There's some more Queen Calliopes. There's some matchas. The new and updated matcha where he looks way more masculine. The one I actually love. Some more sketches for my Pokemon trainer Sona. And I actually really like these drawings of Pokemon I did. Especially the Slitherwing. I think he's very pretty. And also I like how I did the hair on this Galarian Rapidash. There's some slimes. Another sticker I made. A little Taro in a raincoat. I was doing some studies of I got the comic version of Dragon Ball Superhero, so I did some studies based on those pages. And here's where I read Dungeon Meshi. There's a Senshi and that one panel where it's just like a foot. And a chibi. And then that's it. I cut the final few pages I didn't finish out of this book. So I could use the paper to stick into my other sketchbook. And that's it. I just ran through that real quick. Bye!